Well, hello there and welcome to Stitch-Ilonka. Yes, you see me again. Isn't that cute? I mean, it's only been a week or less. I don't know. Hello again, my lovely stitchy friends, and welcome to Stitch-Ilonka. My name is Ilonka. Yes, it's spelled with an I, but pronounced with an E, and you meet me here in Hanover, Germany. And welcome to my channel. If you haven't seen me before, welcome back if you've been watching me for some time. And welcome to all my new stitchy friends that I got to know last weekend at Stitch Basel. You know, we don't have that many stitching retreats here in Europe. We have very local ones, smaller ones, but not these kind of huge stitch cons that you might have in the US or Canada. So one of my dear friends, Frosty X Stitch, Dawn, and Amy from Amy J's Creations, and Stitch-Ina, the first to have Flosstube channels, I'm going to link them below. They were so kind to organize a wonderful, beautiful stitching retreat in Basel, Switzerland. And that was last weekend. And if you've watched my last Flosstube video, you know that I have been sewing like crazy. And yeah, I've been sewing like crazy, and because I wanted to sell my project bags there, which has been quite successful, I might have to say. But I want to show you what has been, I want to tell you a bit about last weekend, and I want to show you what has been in our retreat bags, because I myself have never been to a stitching retreat before, and so I don't really have a comparison. But from what I feel for myself is that we have been showered with gifts. And at first I was like, well, it's kind of expensive, but then on the other hand I realized that it's been 3 days in a wonderful venue with, I'm gonna insert a few pictures and videos while I'm talking. Huge room. I suppose it's like a bar or something, some kind of restaurant, right in the railway station in one of the railway stations in Basel. And we had water, soft drinks, coffee all day long, as much as we wanted, cookies, fruit, you know, everything. And the venue was nice and big, with tall ceilings, with a lot of light, with our own terrace, or however you want to call it. Like we were able to go out and stitch in our own place. And yeah, I mean, the location itself was just absolutely great. It was easy to reach via train, and even for me, who was, you know, traveling by car, it was easy to reach. I found a parking spot. Everything was just perfect, I have to say. So the venue itself was absolutely great. And then we had a wonderful goodie bag and door prizes, and there was a smalls exchange. There was a brag wall, which completely blew my mind, and I had to go there several times because every time I went there was something new was up. We had a few wonderful sellers from all over Europe, from Hungary, from England, from Germany, and from Switzerland. And I'm going to mention them as we go along. We had some, I'm sorry, we had some bigger companies who sponsored us with gifts and with, you know, vouchers and stuff. And so, yeah, I mean, I'm going to go through them one by one, and I'm going to show them, and then I will be finally able to put it all away. First thing, I'm still wearing my lanyard. There was the, our passenger, I wanted to say, no, our participants badge was on there, and I am just refusing to take it off. I don't want to take it off because that would mean that the stitching retreat is over. But, you know, just for this video, I can keep it on. I like to keep it on, please. Yeah, Stitch, if you know what I mean. Okay, let's dive on in, shall we? First of all, we got a bunch of vouchers, like 20% off and stuff. For example, from Casa Cianina, which is an Italian seller. From Stitch magazines. They also gave us some magazines to give away as door prizes. Hobby Wishes is one of the German vendors of needle minders. I'm not sure if she is selling internationally, but she is selling on Instagram. I'm going to link her Instagram profile below so you can have a look. She really does beautiful, like little dragons and all of these female, very three-dimensional, huge needle minders that I'm absolutely adoring. Die kleine Nadelwerkstatt, the small needlework shop, is a German Etsy shop. And Hair Moon is, let me just put it like this. Hair Moon, my dear friend Morty and her husband David, they actually wanted to come, but unfortunately they couldn't, so they just sent a discount code and some lovely scissor fobs on their business cards, which was absolutely amazing. And I'm really very sad that I couldn't get to hug them. But, well, I have just now tried to get some tickets for Big Stitch next year, because now I am addicted to cross-stitch retreats, I guess. And, you know, I have a slight fear of flying, but England I could manage. I mean, if I'm not flying there, I could at least, you know, go by train or whatever, but I'm trying to get a ticket to Big Stitch. And one of our German designers made a wonderful postcard that says, "Embroidery unites creative, awesome people in friendship." And if you look at it, there are some lighter green letters up here, and it spells Europe. And we also had a few girls from the US there, but as it was in the Central Europe, it was, you know, and I thought this sentiment was just so nice and so cute, and I cannot wait to stitch this. This is by Carola Hahn. She does a lot of wonderful lighthouse patterns as well, and you will find her patterns on Crazy Patterns. I don't know, I'm not sure if this is available in the US, but I'm quite sure that it is available in English-speaking countries. Just have a look. I'm going to link it below. Next, of course, needle minders. You can never have enough needle minders. Stickstoff is a German seller, and they gave us a needle minder with the Basel Wappen in it. So this one is an exclusive. We, of course, got a needle minder with the Stitch Basel emblem by Kitten Tree Gifts. She makes these kinds of badges and all little other trinkets and gifts. And Dawn Frosty X Stitch also gave us her business card and some nice little tiny needle minders. I also got a needle minder from my dear friend Michael, Star Parade. I was finally able to hug my dear friend Michael. We've been friends for I don't know, I really don't know. I mean, we have been on Zoom calls together for quite some time, and we've been talking back and forth, and he obviously did this beautiful lighthouse pattern for me when I had to move back here to Germany last year, to Hanover last year, and we've become fast friends, and I finally got to hug him and got to meet his wonderful, wonderful partner, and we have just had, you know, the best of times together. It was just... yeah, even just for being able to spend time with him and with Leonie, who has also done some YouTube videos, but she's not able to film currently, just to spend time with them was worth it. So yeah, he gave me a needle minder too, and I got some more needle cases, a Jesus needle minder from my dear friend Lisa from America. Yeah. let me just put this away and then we can move on. One of the German stitchy girls made these little like these little arm wristbands, whatever, with the Stitch Basel logo on top of it. She's sewn 50 of them to put in the bag. Wonderful. Dawn Frosty X Stitch is into origami, and she gifted us a few of these origami kind of envelopes that you don't have to glue or anything, that are very secure for beads or needles or whatever. I mean, her wrists must have been hurting because she did like, I mean, I got 3 and there must have been 50 of them. And so, wow. And also these foldable ord catchers. I'm not sure if you all are familiar with Handarbeitjes Fremme. They have very, well, let's say stiff cotton flosses that are not as shiny as DMC yarn is, but they gave us a piece of fabric and some floss. Very nice. Unfortunately, there is not a there's no pattern with it, but it's embroidery yarn, right? It's not really cross stitch, or is it cross stitch? I'll have to look it up. My friend Francisca, who I've also mentioned before, Color Fever, she dyes yarns and silks, like hand-dyed cottons and silks. She's also has got her own Adce shop, and she gave us all 2 skeins in the goodie bag, and I also bought some more skeins from her. She must have been a busy bee lately because she had so much yarn there. I don't know when she managed to dye all that. One German wholesaler, like a shop, an online shop. I don't know if you are familiar with them, but I suppose they're also shipping internationally. Cross Stitch Corner. They gave us a huge piece of Adce and some needles, and also this cool seam ripper that is, you know, folding in on itself so that you cannot lose a like a cup or anything. A cap, not a cup. A cup, cap, a cap. So that you can put it in your utility bag and it doesn't rip anything that is not supposed to rip. And they also gave us something for the freebie table, which was diamond painting. And so I grabbed this one. It kind of spoke to me. I don't know why. I've never done diamond painting before, so I might try it out on this one. Speaking of the freebie table, that was wonderful. There were so many older patterns, like really from, I don't know, from the 90s or 80s even. This one is from, I don't know. Does it say? No, it doesn't say. But this one is supposedly from the UK, right? I mean, there are pounds on it. Anyway, it's this one, Anchor exclusive yarns, a little iceberg. Is it called an icebird? No, Germany is called an icebird. What's it called? I don't know. Kingfisher. Yeah, kingfisher. And this was the my mom's, also one of my mom's favorite birds, so I had to grab it, of course. I'm not sure if I will be able to finish it. It's 140 by 120. But well, did that ever hold me back from doing anything? The idea that I might not be able to finish it. What else was in the gift bag? Amy J's Creations. She made 50 project bags with coordinating lanyards that we had our batches on, and like, I mean, I don't know if she's been sleeping at all lately. I don't know. She also made little floss blings with that Stitch Basel logo, and for each of us, our own name tag with 2023 on it. From DMC, we got some. I'm quite sure that DMC also sponsored some yarn for one of the exclusive patterns that we got, but they also send like these yarn cards with a magnetic piece on here so that you can put your needle on there. Oh, chocolate, of course. The dark chocolate is already empty. I don't know who ate it. It wasn't, well. Amy and Ina have been to Zweigart with me last year, and they managed to score some goodies for the goodie bag from Zweigart. They sponsored us generously. They gave us 3 pattern books, Botanical, Sweet Love, and Christmas, alongside with 2 full-size packages of one Adce 14. I'm not sure if everyone had the same in their bags. I didn't check. I don't suppose so. I got 14 count Adce, beige with gold glitter, and a 32 count Belfast linen with printed on flakes and stars and stuff. And of course also the whole catalog. And they also contacted Sulky Threads. They gave us also their catalogs, but not just that. They gave us 3 sulky yarns, 2 cotton weights and 1 filament in these Christmassy green, red colorways. But also, and that was, I thought, pretty cool, also they got us some of these fabrics. It's called Sticky Fabri-Solvi. Sticky Fabri-Solvi. It's actually solvable, like washable, wash away fabric that you can stick on your t-shirt or whatever, that you can embroider on, and then, you know, to make the t-shirt fabric stiffer and to be able to stitch on it. And they also got us a whole sheet. Is it just 1 or 2? No, it was 1 whole sheet of this solvable, like water dissolvable sticky Fabri-Solvi. And now we come to the heart of it. Lily Pilly Stitches. I'm going to link her Etsy as well below, not just her Etsy but also the Instagram. She designed a pattern for Stitch Basel, which looks like this, with the city, like I mean, you can see it. I'm not sure of all the wordings, but this one down here is a separate one. It's a little kind of a scissor fob. It can be finished into like a little cushion, and a lot of the girls started this one and the other one during the retreat and also finished it. That's how far I got. I mean, I did stitch obviously, but I didn't get that far. But yeah, we got blue fabric, we got DMC yarn. Yeah, I guess that was the DMC yarn that we got. Yeah. To finish this off, and also like the fabric and everything. That was our one of the main stitches patterns that we got. But there were 2 other designers. One is the Snowflower Diaries, and they designed Dance of the Edelweiss. This is this beautiful cushion. And they used yarn in their designs, yarn that was exclusively dyed for us by X2 Designs. And not just Sunflower Diaries did a design, but also Vintage Tulip Designs, Edelweiss Forever. And this is supposed to be a Biscornu once it's finished. And X2 not just gave us the, this is the back, it says Stitch Basel 2023 on it. They not just gave us the floss, but also 2 pieces of beautiful fabric, 32 count linen in rustic driftwood, which is a beautiful, beautiful brown, amazing. And including in this kit was also little buttons to finish it off, and also a piece of contrasting fabric and a needle to really be able to finish this Biscornu or this little cushion. They also gave us some stuffing material so that you could, I mean, very ambitious stitchers were able to finish either the Biscornu or the cushion within that 3 days of the retreat. I obviously didn't because I was selling as well, but I mean, this is just amazing. These three companies working together, creating something so beautiful for us that is truly unique, that is only available to us who attended these retreats. I'm not sure if this is, I mean, you can put it in the comments. Is that something that is, I don't know, like common at stitching retreats, that you would get, I mean, not just a stitch pattern, but also all the materials that you might need to finish it off that day or during this time? I mean, I've never been to a retreat, but yeah, I don't know. The first might always be the one you remember. I also fortunately won a door prize that was provided by Leonora Crafts, and this is a sampler from around 1858, a German sampler made by Mina Richtering. And what I really like about this one is that if you see this, she started out stitching the city or the village where she lived in, Adce, with red, and then she probably ran out of the red color and then just carried on with a different color. And all of these initials, they are always like, this is always an R back here. Yeah, these are all R's. And these are probably all of the initials of her family. And she just stitched it, you know, willy-nilly. This is truly a sampler. Like when she was just trying out all of the different things, she wasn't really paying attention to spacing or to anything, to colors or anything. She was just, you know, going for it. And I like that very much. Okay, these were for the official gifts. I also got a few gifts from wonderful Stitches who also attended the retreat. I have to say, I wasn't really prepared to bring like presents for everyone. I suppose that's something that is common. I wasn't even able to finish a small for the smalls exchange, but next time I will definitely have, you know, something in store to give away to everyone. We got a few more DMC flosses from someone, which is very, very kind. Lisa from the US gave us all a little bag. She said it was her first stitching retreat as well, and she wanted a German one, not a German one, like a Europe-based one to be her first, because that was like we only were 50 people, so that was a small and cute and overlookable amount of people to meet for the first time, because she was kind of, you know, these huge retreats in the US are, I don't know, 100 people and up, and that was still a bit too scary for her. So she chose the German one, like the Basel one, for her first one. So she gave us all like these wooden stitchable circles with some yarn, red and white, to finish it up as a Christmas ornament, and also a little needle minder and some, of course, some American candy. And she was very into my German patterns, because they were kind of, you know, like every country has their unique kind of voice or unique kind of design, and she wanted to have some very typical German cross-stitch, Christmas cross-stitch designs, because she's very into Christmas, and I was very happy to be able to provide her with some. Oh, some more gifts. A little felted needle book. And the funny thing is, I also bought a needle book, and I got some needle minders, and I got some needle magnets and all of that things. And when I unpacked everything on my table, my boyfriend was sitting next to me, and he was like, okay, what is this for? And I said, needles. Oh, okay, get it. What is this for? I said, needles. Uh-huh. And that? I said, needles. And I somehow think that he couldn't understand me. So yeah, that was also one very cute gift. Thank you, Beate. And now we come to the things. I didn't really shop that much, I have to say, because I have been selling a lot of stuff, fortunately. So if you don't know the Snowflower Diaries, if you see this, you might recognize her. I finally got my queen, the Corgi Love Queen. from her. I was very happy to be able to buy it directly from her. Vintage Tulip Design was another designer who were there. She had this, it's not really that visible, but if you look it up on Etsy, it's really a beautiful white flowers on a very nice cool gray color of fabric. And she also is on Etsy. I'm gonna link her below. And I'm not sure if from one of those two wonderful girls I got this beautiful needle book, which she's sewn. Like there are two flaps in here, and this one also flaps into the middle and up, and then closes out with a button. And of course I had to have it because it's lilac, and I love lilac. This violet is my favorite color. And then I, of course, also had to shop at my friend Franziska's Color Fever shop. Did I tell you about, yeah, I did tell you about that I've subbed out some water lily silks in my Nora Corbett for Color Fever flosses. So it's always good to have a few more extra on hand. She also dyes cotton. This is a cotton, and it's spelled unicorn to me because it starts with a light lavender to oh, actually it matches my shirt today. Amazing. Look at that. And I also got some, well, these are they're not that easy to distinguish from one another, but they are like a grayish and a white with pink in it. And I am thinking of a very particular set of skills, a very particular set of patterns that I wanted to do with them, but I will definitely have to find the correct fabric for it to be able to pull it off. But yeah, I had to have these snowy kind of wintry colors as well. So yes, I guess that was everything for today. I sold nearly all of my 30 plus bags that I brought with me. I just had 2 left over. Maybe because I didn't have any, you know, I usually see that I have like a little zipper pouch or a bobbin pouch or anything, you know, something accompanying the bag itself, but I didn't have them for those. Or these are just, you know, Germans are very polite. They leave, like if they're at a buffet or at a table and everyone is like picking food from plates or whatever, they would always leave the last one. And because it's considered to be unpolite if you take the last one for yourself. So maybe that was just being polite and not, you know, buying everything from me, but just leave something over. I don't know. I also sold a lot of fabric, but obviously, I mean, Adce Design were there, and they had a lovely spot at the bar right next to the huge windows. And of course, they were there to sell their fabrics, which they did. And it was only an afterthought of me bringing some fabric alongside. So yeah, I'm going to sell them in my Etsy shop here in Germany, within Germany. I have not yet figured out how to sell. Well, of course, it's not hard to figure out, but I am not sure how expensive it's going to be, and then how I will have to price my fabrics and everything to be able to send it over to some other countries. Anyway, so this is more or less everything that I can tell you so far. It was a lovely, wonderful weekend. I am so happy that I got to know so many wonderful people. Unfortunately, of course, yesterday there was the message that someone was corona positive, but my test is still negative, so I hope this one will pass me by. But yeah, I hope everyone is fine and that they are not suffering too much from any effects. And yeah, as I said, I was trying to get a ticket to Big Stitch next year. Fingers crossed I'm gonna get it. And well, now I have to kind of see where everything fits in my huge vast stash here, and go through it all again and enjoy all the wonderful gifts and purchases that I got from this weekend. And for now, I wish you all happy stitching, a lovely weekend, and I hope to see you soon again. I'm back in the habit of filming, so yeah, maybe. See you soon, my lovelies. Bye.